Hi guys, I am back with this week's new releases. We have a lot of little things to go over. Also, I forgot to mention my last video, but you may have seen me wearing these gorgeous friendship bracelets that Domi of Bonjour Domi made me. She actually threw in this one entirely for free. I was like so pleasantly surprised. This one is like the Princess Diaries bracelet based on my first ever custom art kit. And then I asked her to make me a Christmas one because I am a huge Christmas fan and I cannot wait for that time of year. So I'm wearing these in videos now. Okay, so let's get into new releases first. As you may have noticed, we have another kit. I typically only do either custom art kits or kits using art that is underrepresented in other shops. And this is one of those. I feel like almost nobody used the Forest Witch kit. I think I saw like one or two shops use it very recently, but they're in like kind of different formats than I feel like most of us use. So here is one in like a very standard format that will be usable by so many people. I really love the way I put this one together, actually. I think I did like a good job with it. And I just love all the green. Green is my absolute favorite color. So this one is really fun. So we have our two Forest Witches here. Oh, I also pulled in some elements from her like generic clip art bundle that she put up, which has been like so useful because I think this kit only came with like that one scene and like two different versions of that scene. So I pulled in this background from that kit and also this grass background as well. So I just love being able to do that. I think that was such a genius idea on her part. So it is kind of like a nighttime witch kit just because of that. But we have this girl in front of the tree with the moth, and then this girl in front of the moon, and then there's some very dark, hidden in the shadows toadstools. And then in the double box scene, it originally was like just the empty scene, but I've noticed a lot of people using it as just an empty scene, but I really wanted to like spice it up, so I added everything to it. I added the fox, which was actually from a different clip art set. It was from the Celestial Witch one, which I haven't used yet, but I have to use. But I wanted to pull that into this one as well, because like it's in a forest, like the foxes live in the forest. It just made sense, so I'm glad I had that as well. A couple more moths here, some more toadstools here, some coming out from behind the trees. There's one like hidden back there. So I just really wanted to like spice it up and make it like kind of a busier forest scene based on like what limited clip art there was. But either way, like these will be great to have a quote, or like if you want to put a quote in this section here going across them, that would be great as well. And we have our upright boxes. This one is just the witch hat and the boots and another giant toadstool. This one is the cauldron, which if you look very closely, there's a faint little moth rising up through the magic as well. And I put a broom leaning against it because I thought that was cute. And there's some candles. These candles are like not to scale as they're used in the rest of the set, but this box just needed more things in it. So there's candles. Also, this witch has clearly no regard for like fire safety with her candles being so close to her magic cauldron. So, and then there's more toadstools in there. And we have our flat lays. This one is based on a wood background. We got some like jewelry here. I think this is like a necklace kind of situation, maybe. Earrings for sure here. Got our magic rocks, got our leaves, and another moth, some crystals, some like leaves and stuff. And then this one is on grass. I'm not exactly sure what this thing is, but it's pretty. So it's there. And then we have more crystals, some potions, more toadstools, and greenery as well. I kind of try to put the green stuff on the brown background and the brown stuff on the green background. So, well, that's what that is. I can explain this to y'all now because I'm the one who put it together. So it's kind of fun being able to share my thought process with y'all. So that's the full boxes. Actually, I think I put these two pages out of order. So the page 2 is this one. So here's the second double box scene, which I feel like who does like upright double box scenes? I feel like it's very uncommon. Flat lay double box scenes, yes, very common. Upright ones, I don't know if I've even ever seen one that's like, or like upright on a like stuff on a table as opposed to like a scene like that. I feel like this is like pretty unusual, but there was just some other upright stuff I wanted to use. So there was another witch hat, this like witch or forest witchy mug. There's the candles being actually used on their proper scale. Some different kinds of crystals, more potions, greenery, and then that moth is back again. So I thought that was kind of a really fun use of that. And then obviously all the deco that you can see here. Weekend banner, our two sidebar trackers. And then you already got a sneak peek of the glitter headers, movie marquees, flags, little decorative circles, two like blank little things, and then our habit trackers. And then we have the little things page. We have our, let's see, these are the smaller ones, and then these are the like slightly taller ones. And then we have the solid color. We got some fancy labels, quarter box, third box, half box, and then just like washi strip essentially. And then we have the pattern version of that. So we have our like green marble pattern here. We have our starry sky pattern here, leaves, and then the wood. Or what I chose is the patterns. We have page 7, which is the rounded boxes. I'll kind of lift up some so you can see how they look rounded off, because you can't really tell when they're all laid down. And then here I put more fancy labels. There's a few squares. I feel like not many people need more than 3 squares, so there's 3. And then there's a couple of like half checklists. And then we have our washi page. So we have the leaves and the wood, and then the green marble is for the date covers. And then, oh yeah, we have the last full box, which is just another flat lay on the wood. We have the journal, the other moth, some more of the crystals and the potions. So that is the main kit. If you get the mini, you will be getting, let me just put it together real quickaroo. You'll be getting page 1, 2, and 3. And then for all of your labels, you get the mini kit page. And then you get the last page, page 8. So if you get the mini, that's what you're getting. The freebie, the main freebie is this one. So instead of a tall box, I'm just doing a couple more full boxes. These are alternate skin tone hair colors for these two. I gave these two like both like the white haired option because I just am obsessed with like white / gray hair, and I feel like it looked super witchy. So those are like the default girls. But these two I kind of made like more standard hair color, or just did black because like that's the other like witchy color. It's either white or black pretty much. And I also like switch their skin tones. So if you wanted to switch these two out, then there's 2 like basic options to start with. But there are other fashion options as well. Principal kit users get freebie 2, which has the other 2 fashion people that would not fit on the fashion add-on boxes. If you ask me for this one for freebie 2 instead of freebie 1, if you're getting a physical kit, I will switch them out for you, but it's going to be by request because this is like the default one, and this one is just because I like wanted to use every single fashion girl that was available. So that's freebie 2. Secret freebie 2. Okay, and then we have our add-ons. So we have our checklist and pattern full box add-on. We have our label sampler, which also has the headers on the sheet. And then we have the 5th color sampler, which is this gorgeous shade of darker green, which is like pretty much in a lot of places. So I feel like this is kind of a must-have. You gotta pull that in. And then for fashion, there's like 4 fashion sheets because again, I wanted to use every single girl that was provided by Anella, so I did. So here's 1, which is the light skin tone, and then 4 hair colors of this girl. And then fashion 2 is the darker skin tone of the same girl with 4 different hair colors. Here we have brown, like light red, basically like strawberry red, blonde, and then dark red. And then here we have brown, black, blonde, and then dark red. I don't think there was a bright haired option, or like bright red hair. And then 3 is this fashion girl, light skin, brown hair, light red, I don't think there was a dark red, blonde and black hair. Again, I just used whatever was provided in the set. And then fashion 4 is the dark skin. So we have brown hair, the dark red hair, blonde, and white hair. And then again, the two that like did not fit on those sheets are these two. And I guess technically these two, but I pulled these out beforehand. Okay. So those are the fashion add-ons, and that is pretty much everything for the Forest Witch kit. Like I said, I still have the Celestial Witch kit to use, but that's like less of a party because I want that release to coincide with the Celestial Foil Collection release, which will take a while. Also, I wanted to get this one out like still while it's technically fall, so before I got into Christmas stuff is kind of why I wanted to get that out. Because next I am doing a custom art Christmas kit, and that's going to be really soon, so I wanted to get out this one first. Okay, so also we have some foil bundle exclusives releasing. These are the foil bundles that were included in the Advent last year, but these are a reformat, so there's going to be some new stuff in here, which is very exciting. So first we have the Peppermint foil bundle. So we have page 1 with all of the full box overlays. These are exactly the same. Page 2 is the same as well. This is kind of like a medium underlay. We got our candy canes, the little peppermint candies. Got 2 of those. And then page 3, I did like bring it up to the latest format, so this does look quite a bit different. But we do have our standard 3 header designs as usual. We have our confetti, peppermint stripe, and then candy cane. We have the 2 quotes that you'll remember from that bundle. And then we have the deco that was already included in the bundle. We have the bottom washi page, which the washi is the same. I just updated it to have like this top section be the newest format. So there's that. And then the add-on page I did update to be the newest. So these 2 boxes are new. Corners and hole reinforcers are new. Swoops are new. So this entire like 3/4 of this page are new. But these 2 were on the add-on before, the peppermint stripe border and then the like icons border. Then we have this new border with the candy canes in the corners, and then this extra quote using the quarterly font 2, I think, from this quarter. So this is still available in shop. Yeah, I just had to use it because it's like a swirly peppermint font, so perfect. I just like made up a quote: candy cane treats and peppermint sweets, and there's a little peppermint. And then yeah, I'll give you a closer view of the corners. These teeny tiny corners have gotten even teeny tinier like throughout the collections, but I feel like that's what they're for. They're meant to be teeny tiny. Okay. So that is like the whole bundle. Same bundle rules apply as always. You can get mini or ultimate. Ultimate, you actually don't get a choice of underlays. You just get this one. And this add-on sheet is available for both the mini and the ultimate. You can get it in any foil or unfoiled. And then since it is the newest format, we do have additional listings for the big box overlay in both sizes. But we have just the confetti version, and then we do have the tall box overlay as well, so that whatever kind of kit you're using, like you have an overlay for every box, essentially, is why I do this. And then you will remember these underlays on page 3 of the Advent's version of the bundle. And since I stopped putting extra underlays in the bundle, I wanted to still offer these, but like separately. So these are in their own individual listing as well. So if you want these underlays instead, just grab the mini version of this and then grab these a la carte. But yeah, these are peppermint stripe underlays, and I feel like these are going to be really popular. So, love that. So that is the peppermint bundle. Again, I feel like a lot of, not again, but like I have mentioned this on Instagram, I feel like a lot of shops do like very pink themed peppermint kits. So this is in red because that's the color peppermint, but feel free to grab it in a pink. And wait for Black Friday if you want a sparkly pink. Okay. That might be a little bit late to plan Christmas stuff, but if you are very late in back planning like me, that's an option. All right, next we have the gingerbread. This is in bronze, of course, the gingerbread color, but we do have light brown, and then we also have caramel as one of the quarterly foils for this quarter, so you got a couple more brown options if you want. There's also copper as well. but this is just bronze for demonstration purposes. Here's the full box overlays. We have just mainly like gingerbreads, but the full one has some other like Christmassy type elements. And then we have the underlays. These are really popular underlays, the little gingerbread fellas. And then for page 3, I actually only did 2 headers for this one because I just like couldn't find a third one. I could probably if I tried really hard, but I feel like these 2 pretty much cover it. Like these are the more detailed little gingerbreads, and then this is the confetti. We have the 2 quotes from the bundle from last year, and then the deco. That's all the same. And then the washi is the same. I just again updated the format. So we have our little gingerbreads and the little trays in between them. We have our confetti. And then this add-on, again, 3/4 of this is brand new. So these 2 board overlays were in the last year's one. This one is new. And then I just added this quote. This font is not available in shop yet. I will probably do this as a quarterly font at some point, but I just couldn't resist using it for this bundle. And this was actually kind of like something that I thought up on a whim. I wasn't going to do like a quote for this section, but I was just like, why did I not do the gingerbread man quote from Shrek? So I had to do it. Run, run, run as fast as you can. You can't catch me. I'm the gingerbread man. I mean, that's obviously from the rhyme. Isn't it like a thing before Shrek? Like it's based on like the actual story of the gingerbread man, but like obviously everybody thinks of Shrek when they hear that. So I had to do that, and then the little gingerbread man as well. And then we have a close-up view of the swoops and the corners and the hole reinforcers. So same rules apply for that bundle. And then we have the big box overlays, the tall box overlays, and then I did the same thing with the underlays. So this is like version 2 of the gingerbread underlays that you can pick up a la carte. Okay, so that is the 2 foil bundle exclusives releasing for this week, and that is like it for the main releases. But I've just been like throwing up other random stuff like crazy, so I have a huge pile of like random things that I've just been adding to shop because I am a maniac and cannot be stopped when I get an idea in my head. So there's actually a lot of like really spoilery stuff in here, so I'm gonna remove that and save that for a later date of releasing. Okay, these are just like things that I have sneaked on Instagram that have been released already, but I have not like actually gone over in a video, so that is now. Here we have the 2 Halloween script samplers. I already have like a basic one in my shop, like a basic font, but I wanted to do the 2 quarterly fonts from last quarter that were like Halloween-y themed. I wanted to have the script samplers in those fonts as well as an option. So I think this was font 1 maybe, and this was font 2 if I recall correctly. So this is like that swirly one that I used in the spider collection. But there's that. There's like some larger like half box and square box sizes, and then there's some like little thing and fancy label sizes. And then we have this one, which is like the blood drippy font, which obviously I did in red. This just looks so freaking good. I love it. So it's the same words and everything. I think I may have added some new stuff potentially. I think I did. I just can't remember exactly what it was. Oh yeah, Candy Binge. That's for sure new. Just because I had room to like add something else, and so I like had to get creative with what I added. But yeah, so that's new. This one I made as like this one was like limited edition for the birthday sale. This was when I did a basic script sampler in the font that was like a limited edition font for the birthday sale. So this font is no longer available for now. It may come back, but I still need to do the script sampler for like all the other basic fonts in shop and like the quarterly fonts as well. I will get to that. It takes a while, but this was the one for the limited edition font, which was called Classical. Very dainty and like pretty. I feel like I like that one for Christmas spreads, just like for no good reason, but I do. And then we have 2 random Halloween underlays that I just added to the Halloween collection. This one is haunted house windows, basically. This was a request from a follower on Instagram, I believe, to do like boarded up haunted house windows, and I obliged. I did have to like make these pretty much myself, so I'm really proud of like how I put them together. So each window has like something spooky behind it. If you want to look really closely, you can kind of figure it out. Some of it's repeated, but I think this one has like a cat. This one has a spider in a web. This one is a crow. It's kind of hard to tell, but now you know it's a crow that you can kind of see it. This one has a couple of ghosts. This one has a couple of hanging spiders. This one has a jack-o'-lantern. This one has a hanging spider and a candle. That one has a spider web. And then it just repeats from there. But I'm really proud of this one. This is really fun. This is going to be one that you want to use on a week that you don't have much to mark, so that you can really see those windows. And then this one is just little ghosties with little ghost faces. Super cute. So that's a much more subtle one. This would look great over a solid color background, like white or something. All right, next we have some like basics underlays, starting with the brick ones. It was like, why didn't I have brick? I don't know, but now I have brick. So this is in red glitter because that's like the perfect brick color. And then we have subway tile, which is kind of like the inverse of brick. So the brick is solid, and then the subway tile is like the same pattern kind of, but like just the outline of it. So you can use it like as subway tile. So there's that. And then just randomly we have ACOTAR overlays, A Court of Thorns and Roses. I don't freaking know. I have not read this yet. I think I have Throne of Glass somewhere in my giant library collection at my parents' house still, but I have not read any of it, and I will. It's on my list to read. I will get to it eventually in my life. And I did pick up the Curse Breaker kit from SPC with the intention of saving it for when I have read it. That's not even the first like ACOTAR kit I've picked up that has art by Elaine. I don't even think. But yeah, I was requested to do like ACOTAR overlays, and instead of doing like full box overlays, I just wanted to fit them all on one sheet as like floating overlays, so you can use them anywhere in the full box or like sidebar or whatever. So I did manage to fit them all on one sheet, so here they are. Don't know what any of this means, but apparently it is representative of ACOTAR. I think Hollow would look pretty good with the Curse Breaker set from SPC, so here's Hollow, and then Matte Silver is also another good option for that. So there's Matte Silver. So there you go, and they are contour cut, like I said. And then these are just representing the new quarterly foils. I just wanted to do them in the Wallpaper 1 underlays, because I just love these underlays so much. As an example, so this is the Caramel, which is very similar to the light brown that I have, except light brown is cool tone and caramel is more warm tone, but they are both matte foils. So here is what it looks like. It's a very warm foil. And then Hunter Green and Plum are both very dark, which is kind of the point. Hunter Green is like the darkest green imaginable. These are both shiny foils though. So I love that. It's so, so dark, but you can still tell it's green. It's kind of like navy blue in that it kind of almost looks black in certain lighting. And then Plum, same thing. It's also just extremely dark. This is quite a bit like Merlot, but Merlot is matte. Plum is shiny. Plum has more like purple in it. Merlot has more red. And Plum is darker actually. So those are the quarterly foils for this quarter. Like I said, there will be some for sales as well. Black Friday will have an exclusive foil. And then I think that's the last one for the year. I was debating whether to do a Christmas one or not, which I won't. There will also be an Advent exclusive foil though that will only appear on certain items in the Advent, and those are the only two like special ones that are coming for the rest of this quarter and the rest of this year. But these are like the 3 main special ones. I do also offer swatches of them, individual swatches that you can pick up and add to your key ring. Swatch books will go on pre-sale at some point, I think in November, if you still haven't picked one up. But if you do have one, or like you're anticipating getting one and you want individual swaps of like the limited edition foil colors, then just like there's a listing for that, so you can just get Hunter Green and just like slip it onto the end of your key ring just in case like this foil comes back, or in case you like just need it for the rest of the quarter. So yeah, we have all the main colors of that. And then I also have Sparkly Lemongrass because this was the birthday sale exclusive foil color. So just grab this, you know, in case it comes back at some point. You never know. There's also some spoilers in here of future ones, so those are also available. All right, so lastly for the underlays, I did a few plaid versions because I have one plaid that is available with the apple pie collection, but I feel like it's not like a super good plaid, so I wanted to do like actually good plaids. So I finally have good plaids. I kind of had to do these like from scratch because it's really hard to find a good plaid pattern that like foils, but thankfully plaid's like easy to do because it's just like rectangles, like lines in a row. So we have Plaid II. It's not labeled as Plaid II, but it is Plaid II. This is like a very kind of busy plaid. It's almost like gingham, which I do have a gingham pattern in shop, which is a much better gingham, but this is like the more plaid-y version of that. I like it because these like cross-hatched lines like kind of make it look like gray, so it does look more like plaid. Which like kind of is an illusion, which is super cool. So these took a long time to get right. I went through many iterations of this, but this is Plaid II. And then Plaid III is just like another very classic kind of plaid. And this one is at an angle. And then we're back to the vertical plaid with Plaid IV. This is like a more simple kind of plaid. So yeah, no matter what kind of plaid you need, there's an option for you. And I will probably keep adding more because plaid is just really fun to make. And then, speaking of having a million options for things, welcome to the Fence 15mm washi overlay collection. This is just insane. This was a thing where I was like looking up fences for another purpose, and then I saw how many different types of fences there were, and I was like, what would make the cutest underlay, or not underlay, the cutest washi overlay? Just every single one of these fences would make the cutest washi overlay, so it had to happen. It had to come into existence. There are 13 of these, and you will see more in the future because of that initial project that I was mentioning. So these are not the only fences to exist in my shop, but this is quite a good enough collection to get you started. Technically, fence 1 is more of a balustrade than a fence, but when I saw it, I just had to use it anyway and just add it into the fence collection. So it's a balustrade, but is part of the fence collection. So there's fence 1. Fence 2, we have our cute little classic picket fence. These are all in silver, by the way, just cuz. And then fence 3 is another variation on that picket fence. It is a little bit different, as you can see. This one is also a little bit shorter, so it does leave a little bit of space in the top of the overlay that you can fill in with other things, like garlands. So that's fence 3, and then fence 4, starting to get into the iron fences. So there's a very simple iron fence. Fence 5, we still have like a wooden fence situation. I did not really keep the irons in order, because we are once again back to iron fences with fence 6. Some things get like super detailed, which is awesome because they foil so beautifully. So there's iron fence 6, and then we're taking a slight detour back to normal like wooden fences. I think this is like another version of a picket fence. That's fence 7. Fence 8 is like a pasture fence, like for a farm. So we've got a farm kit, that's an option. And then we're heading right back into iron. I think the rest of them are probably all iron, with fence 9. Another kind of simple iron design. Fence 10 gets a little bit more fancy, and by a little bit I mean a lot more fancy. Oh, it's gorgeous. So that's fence 10. And then the rest of these are very extremely detailed iron fences. So here's fence 11. Instead of doing just the same pattern for the full box overlay part of it, I wanted to use this really fancy gate for the last 3 because I just wanted this gate somewhere. So you can use this as a full box overlay, or You can even like just cut away some of this fence and use this gate in there if you want to be really creative with that. Like especially over a 32mm, you'll have enough vertical space to do that. But yeah, this one's really pretty. Fence 11, fence 12, also really pretty, very swirly. And then lastly, fence 13, which you already saw. Another very intricate design. So there's a million fences here. There's a fence for every occasion. I just thought they were really pretty and decorative, so I did a million of them. Do you need this many fences? No. When you need a fence, are you going to think of my shop and be really excited to shop for a fence overlay based on how many are available at your disposal? Yes. So you're welcome. Anyways, that is kind of all the extra stuff that I've released in like the past month, basically, that I haven't gone over in a video. So there we are, and that is it for this video. So thank you so much for watching. Also, by the way, everything is already available in shop when you see this video. Thank you so much for watching. If you want to like, comment, subscribe, and share, that would be fantastic, and I will see you in my next video. Ciao, ciao.